Hello guys and welcome to the video, and as you can see, you can't see us. Well, I thought of something here. As much as I like setting up the camera and all that, it's time to start something new, because now this is kind of directing towards podcast, and there's no difference, even if I did have that set up. It's just more of you can't see gold, so why you gotta see me here just, just walling around? And also, I don't really like my face being seen when Gold's talking. It looks so goofy, even though it's kind of funny.
I don't know. I laugh, especially at the last one. What was it? I think it was, whenever I said Brock and Goldberg for United States Championship.
Yeah, and my face was like, what?
What?
But yeah, right now, today, whatever, this is, I guess in a way, this is part 1. As this is going to be rebooking Shinsuke Nakamura's WWE Championship reign. But I can definitely say now, mine is much different because it's going to involve 2 separate reigns. I'm guessing Gold's is just 1.
We'll see.
Oh, we'll see. Oh, I don't like that. Will Smith. But let's get right to it. The SummerSlam feud, Jinder Mahal, WWE Champion. Now, I'm going to keep the racist feud because build all this heat for Jinder Mahal. By the way, we can have a little convo while it goes on. I think it'd be nice, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I want Jinder to get so much heel heat, but don't make it goofy comedy racism. I mean, legit, let Jinder go balls to the wall, just freaking racist. Just so when Shinsuke wins the title, it's the biggest pop you can ever get.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Also, like, oh yeah, how do we get a heat? Racism. That's how it works for JBL. So.
Hey, I mean, it may be cheap, but I don't see how Jinder Mahal could do anything else to get booed at. He ain't gonna do anything, man. Besides saying, I am Jinder Mahal. I am Jinder Mahal. I'm racist. But yeah, at SummerSlam, they have a 16-minute and 25-second match, kind of just adding a few more minutes to the original match, but this one's different. Because I believe Shinsuke can be like AJ and just give anyone a classic, and that's what Shinsuke Nakamura is going to do with Jinder Mahal. It's nothing too special, it's just Shinsuke showing Jinder Mahal, Jinder Mahal has talents, and within this time, Shinsuke will give Jinder Mahal his rematch between SummerSlam and Hell in a Cell. Fair, right? Now the Hell in a Cell feud. Now, I wrote little notes down here. In reality, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Randy Orton to get the title shot at Hell in a Cell. But this time, let's have Randy Orton be his opponent. I mean, now I know Randy Orton has a feud with Rusev around this time. So, let's have Rusev kind of get involved with this feud. That will mean a lot later on for Extreme Rules for him. And while Shinsuke is going to defend the title against Rusev, because why not, right?
Sure, why not?
On a random SmackDown. Now, let's get to Hell in a Cell. Shinsuke Nakamura will defeat Randy Orton in a 23-minute and 35-second match, and this will close the show. Not Shinsuke, not KO and Shane. Cause, no. I can't. 39-minute match. What? But this is a clash of 2 different styles, man. This is New Japan Pro Wrestling versus WWE's Golden Boy. This is going to be interesting. Now, this is not going to be no 5-star, but this is definitely going to be a really good match. And this is when Randy Orton's actually going to care about what he's doing.
Yeah, because I remember in the early days of the brand split, Randy Orton was just kind of there.
Now he's just... But yeah, how the match is going to end is Randy Orton's going to try to go for an RKO. Shinsuke rolls out of that and then hits his Kinshasa! Kind of like Corey Graves,
Oh, man.
And, well, nothing else really happens for the rest of Shinsuke's reign. Just like Jinder Mahal on November 7th, 2017 SmackDown, AJ Styles challenges Shinsuke. Because he wants to see how dominant Shinsuke is. Because, well, around this time last year, AJ Styles was champion. But he proved how dominant he was. He beat Dean. Not saying it was clean, though. He beat Dean and Cena. And defeated James Ellsworth once. But point being is that AJ wants to see if Shinsuke can pull off a New Japan Pro Wrestling. You see? And well, in a 17-minute match, and now it's not going to be the best match. It's going to be good, but they're not going to show their classic just yet. Not even at Classic Champions. But AJ Styles is going to unfortunately defeat Shinsuke Nakamura, just like Jinder. And well, Shinsuke, he's not going to get his rematch for a while. So what is Shinsuke going to do during this process? He is going to join Team SmackDown for Survivor Series. Dear God, what was that original match? Now, I'm not fixing the original match. I'm just fixing the final few minutes. So, with 7 minutes left, it's Triple H and Kurt Angle. Alright? Shinsuke Nakamura is the only guy left on SmackDown. They just got done eliminating Man. So, Triple H screws over Kurt Angle, like originally. Now, Shinsuke Nakamura is out of it, because Braun Strowman also got eliminated. Being due to count out as something at the degree. I don't really want to go that much detail, but he is pissed off. He just goes all out on Shinsuke, and where Kurt Angle thinks, like, Raw's about to win, Triple H is an idiot, and then he decides to pedigree the hell out of Kurt, and then and lets Shinsuke pin him. And then, well, Triple H just goes for the cover on Shinsuke, but Shinsuke kicks out, and then Shinsuke gets some kind of power, and for the next 7 minutes, dude, Shinsuke and Hunter are about to have a mini-match. It's going to be fun. And while the match ends with Triple H trying to go for a pedigree, Shinsuke using his signature suplex, I don't know what he calls it, but it's so cool, and then hits a Kinshasa to win. So it's pushing Shinsuke's little thing here. Say it again?
I said that's respectable.
Oh. Then at Clash of Champions 2017, now, the feud, AJ Styles. This is the WrestleMania feud. It's about respect. There's no really heels here. It's just two faces pretty much going at it. And at Clash of Champions, it's the WrestleMania match. But with a little bit more excitement. A little bit more action. But the people are aware they're not going to put on that 5-star yet. So it's going to be pretty much the WrestleMania match. 20 minutes and 20 seconds. It's good enough to be 4 stars. So where it's watchable. Like, it's not going to be horrible. It's not going to be boring. It's just, they're not putting on that classic. I don't want them to yet.
Yeah, it also helps that it's on a bipolar card.
Yeah. Now, Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble match. Now, we remember Shinsuke entering in at number 14. Now, in this universe, he will still win. But Shinsuke is starting to feel pretty much ashamed of himself. Because he was not the best WWE champion. His reign didn't last too long. He didn't have an NXT style reign. He's not how he used to be. He's not feeling like the king of strong style. He's entering the Royal Rumble at number 1 because he wants to prove to himself he has what it takes. Now, he went, dude, tell you now, Royal Rumble 2018 has such a great ending to it. Having the people of the future versus the people of the past. God, that was so good.
Oh yeah, I loved that part.
But they botched it so badly in the future. But it just ends the same way it did. But Shinsuke is going to last a whole entire Rumble match. Now, Fastlane. Ha 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 ha. So, now we know John Cena got eliminated by Shinsuke. John Cena is his feud. And I don't like these feuds, but it's for his WrestleMania spot because John Cena's a little bit, desperate to get his WrestleMania spot. Now, like I said, the feud centers around that John Cena needs a WrestleMania spot, and he believes Shinsuke isn't ready to be in this position. He doesn't see that self-confidence in Shinsuke. He knows Shinsuke has it, but Shinsuke is trying to prove something that he shouldn't have to prove. But if Shinsuke doesn't have that confidence, then why should he be in this opportunity? Why does he have this spot? He should give it to someone who has proven time and time again he can take the pressure. And of course, Shinsuke will accept, not for the fans, for himself. Now, going in, like, it's pretty obvious. It's like, oh, John Cena's gonna take away the spot. You know, Undertaker, blah, 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 blah. Vince McMahon hates NXT stars. But, guess what? Shinsuke wins in a 26-minute and 45-second match.
Oh, wow. I remember, I think, last time those two had a match, didn't Nakamura drop Cena on his neck?
Yeah, which maybe even John Cena may throw that into the feud, mentioning about how Shinsuke may not even be a safe guy to be in this position.
Yeah, John Cena almost won with a broken freaking neck.
But the match, it'll be 5 stars. This is pretty much Kevin Owens and John Cena from 2015. This is just a back and forth now, because now John Cena's aware he's going against a different style of wrestling, and John Cena actually does really good. Now, the best moment of this match is the most fakest out moment of all time. John Cena hits a top rope AA. I don't mean that second rope. I mean an actual top rope AA.
Didn't he run against Batista?
He may have, but I think Batista didn't kick out because he's a bitch.
Yeah.
But it was AJ Styles. But AJ kicks out John Cena. Of course, he's not going to make the same mistake like AJ Styles and sit around like, duh. No, he's actually going to do something about it. He picks up Shinsuke again, another AA, but Shinsuke lands on his feet and then does a Kinshasa from out of nowhere.
That does sound cool, but you want to know what would be even better or even more cool?
Yeah.
So John Cena goes for the top rope AA, but mid-flight, essentially, Shinsuke like kind of flips in the air and puts Cena into an armbar.
Shit, that would be so awesome. And then pretty much John Cena almost passes out, but Shinsuke doesn't want that to happen.
Yeah, because either way is cool. I really like your version, but also at the same time, just imagine the imagery of like, because obviously Cena would have to actually flip him, but just imagine Nakamura flipping mid-air, or just kind of like spinning mid-air and putting him to an armbar.
Dude, and imagine Shinsuke tapping out Cena, something that's unheard of.
I know.
I like both, and I'm going to go with either ending on this one. Shinsuke pretty much doing the impossible, or they're both impossible, but I'm going to go with either ending. This is what the audience can decide. If Shinsuke taps out Cena, which will definitely impress Cena, or, yeah. Now, WrestleMania 34. AJ Styles. Now, this feud's different. AJ Styles has started to tease a heel turn. Feud is kind of the same way, but now AJ is being a dick. Like he always is. No, I'm just joking. But, yeah. Now, let's get to WrestleMania 34. I don't really want to go much into the feud. There's nothing much you can really do, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Now, this may seem like a stretch. Shinsuke Nakamura defeats AJ Styles in a 42-minute and 24-second match. I'm telling you, these two, it's a slow-building match. I want the first 20 minutes to be exactly like Clash of Champions. Next 20 is just hitting you.
I can see that working.
Now, this is where the heel turn begins. How? AJ Styles is constantly targeting the knee. The Pacific knee Shinsuke needs to win. But that's all fun and games. Maybe faces do that. But AJ Styles is getting vicious. And throughout the match, he just keeps getting more vicious and vicious. But as the match progresses, Shinsuke is slowly starting to work the leg. He is slowly starting to gain power back in it. And no, I'm not having Shinsuke smack his knee like an idiot. I hate when wrestlers do that. That's not intelligent. Just saying. But the match ends with Shinsuke using the injured knee to win. Of course, Shinsuke just clinches in absolute pain and agony, but he drags himself for the cover with the crowd going wild. Then he screams 1, 2, 3, and Shinsuke wins. Now, for the Greatest Royal Rumble, he is not going to have a match, as he is going to take the time to rest. Kind of like Dolph Ziggler after the night of WrestleMania. But AJ Styles is definitely going to make it clear that Shinsuke is his attention. Now, this fixes the Greatest Royal Rumble a little bit. I didn't write this down, but, I'm also improvising kind of like you did for some things. AJ is going to be a part of the final few in the Greatest Royal Rumble. It's going to be Daniel, AJ, Braun, and Big Cass. I guess AJ's trying to... Big Cass was in the Final Four originally. I don't really have anybody else that can fix that.
Yeah.
And, well, it's going to go the same way. AJ's going to get eliminated, but AJ will have a good performance, I guess. But, Backlash feud. Now, what's happening around this time? Ho-ho, the Superstar Shakeup. And what's going to happen? The club is going to reunite. And they are going to give Shinsuke absolute hell in this rivalry. And they are going to try their hardest to freaking, just break Shinsuke's leg. They target the knee a lot in this feud. Shinsuke pretty much is looking like the underdog in this feud. Yet again, even when he's on top of the map, he is still the underdog. In comes Backlash. Another classic. as Shinsuke Nakamura defeat AJ Styles in a 30-minute match. I know, these matches seem long, but Shinsuke doesn't seem like that guy to put on... he doesn't seem like that guy to put on 20. He's more of like a 30-minute guy. The match, the reason why it goes on so long, because Shinsuke is the king of strong style. He is going to kick out of things you would not think he would. Best moment of this match is when Shinsuke, with the injured leg, tries going for the Kinshasa. I'm always going to botch the name, alright? Guys. Gold. But, yeah, he's going to get caught up into the Styles Clash, and that's where you may think it's over. He kicks out. And, well, the match, I don't know. I don't know how in this match. I never really had a proper ending for this match. In my mind, it's either he does yet again a Kinshasa, or he has to go with a triangle hold to make... With AJ tries going for a 450, and Shinsuke pretty much puts him into a triangle hold until AJ eventually passes out to a TKO. I don't know which one to go with, so I'm gonna go with either or. Now, Money in the Bank feud.
I go.
Say again. I'm curious.
So I'd go with the triangle one.
All right, nice. Money in the Bank
I'd
feud.
go for the triangle one.
I said nice. Money in the Bank is the grudge match.
I did say.
I said nice. AJ. I guess you. I think. Okay. Is AJ Styles yet again, but it's the last match. But not any match. Of course, AJ Styles had to earn his way into getting this smart shot at Shinsuke. But he doesn't simply want a normal match. He challenges Shinsuke Nakamura to a 60-minute Iron Man match. But AJ refuses to have the club at his side because he wants to prove he can do it without them. This match, it's not going to be your typical Iron Man match. It's not going to be like Shawn and Brett. There's going to be points scored. But the final score is Shinsuke defeating AJ 2-1. And it ending exactly at 60 minutes. This match is going to prove that both men are strong. Originally I had Shinsuke making a comeback, but yet again, that's going to make AJ look weak. If Shinsuke and AJ are on the same level, the next point, the points don't get scored until like the final 10 minutes. The 50 minutes, these guys are just gonna go all hell on each other. It's more of I can't describe the match to you. It's just that Shinsuke and AJ, you gotta put the context into your own mind.
Yeah.
And Shinsuke wins. And then, Extreme Rules. Rusev. Now, I could be taking cheap way out because, Rusev was the original opponent for AJ. Rusev was way too hot around this time. There was no way you could ignore Rusev. It's just given.
Yeah.
And while Extreme Rules, Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Rusev in a 21-minute and 18-second match, and they'll be the savior to Extreme Rules. Because it was a bad pay-per-view. But their match is so good. It just is.
It's true, it is.
Now, SummerSlam. Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. Now, I'm gonna read what I have here in the notes. Jeff Hardy right now is having his own story with Shinsuke. Because, well, I'll look into that later. But Randy Orton is involved with this feud. Because he also has a feud with Jeff Hardy that kind of went on at Extreme Rules. But Shinsuke will no longer defeat, Jeff for the low blow. It's just that it's something's going to happen on SmackDown or something. Just whatever that. I don't have the context for that. And, well, Randy gets himself in because he beats Shinsuke, of course, by cheating. Because he's going to hit a low blow because Randy's a dick. Now, this feud resolves 3 stories. Shinsuke trying to continue his legendary reign. Jeff Hardy wants one last world title run before he hangs up the boots. And Randy Orton wants to get closer to defeating Ric Flair's record. And he also wants to put an end to Jeff Hardy. And also, Randy Orton and Shinsuke technically have unfinished business from Hell in a Cell 2017. Now, at SummerSlam, Shinsuke, of course, is going to win. He defeats Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy in a 27-minute match. This one is going to be good. Randy Orton is going to start showing his vicious side, because 2018 Orton was pretty vicious until he kind of became bitch. But Here's the thing, Randy doesn't care about Shinsuke in this match. He completely ignores Shinsuke. He is concentrated on just trying to not really kill, but pretty much put Jeff Hardy into retirement. And because of that, Shinsuke takes advantage of that and wins the match. But it doesn't end there. After Shinsuke wins the match, Randy Orton snaps on both of them. And here's the thing, the coolest spot of this match will be when Jeff tries going for a Swanton bomb, and Shinsuke hits a mid-air, because he's trying to hit one on Randy, a mid-air Kinshasa. Imagine that, though.
Mid-air?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But it doesn't end the match, of course, but yeah, that's how that ends. Of course, that leads into Hell in a Cell. Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton, Hell in a Cell match. Just to continue from where SummerSlam left off. I mean, SummerSlam. Yeah, I said SummerSlam. Whatever. But the match is so vicious. How vicious Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy was is happening here. But now Shinsuke is involved with the match.
Ooh, I used to imagine. Remember whenever Randy put like the screwdriver in Jeff's earlobe?
Yeah, that was ooh.
Dude, just imagine it's there and stuff, but Shinsuke kicks the screwdriver.
Oh, dude. Another part of this match I would like is when Randy Orton chains Shinsuke. Right now I'm improvising everything in this match. It's brutal because I don't have anything here. I just want to think of stuff that I want to describe. Randy Orton doesn't really chain lock him, but chains him and ties him kind of way to the cell and just starts with the kendo stick onto Shinsuke's gut. And just keeps going. And you just start seeing the welts on Shinsuke. Just goes repeatedly over and over again. Just
imagine at one point Randy, gets cocky and stuff. It's like all Shinsuke facing out of nowhere. Shinsuke headbutts Randy.
Either that or Shinsuke low blows him. Because his legs are still free. Of course, Shinsuke gets out of that, but Shinsuke's guts are just absolutely killing him. Other spots. I would love at one point in this match. Of course, Shinsuke and Randy are having their own problems here. Jeff, because it's strange that Randy's ignoring Jeff, but yet again, now Randy's going to focus on Shinsuke. Jeff then climbs a ladder, climbs to the top of the Hell in the Cell, like hanging from it, and just jumps down onto Shinsuke and Randy, who just now notice him.
Nice.
I say keep up pretty much whatever Randy and Jeff did in the match, but Shinsuke's there. There's a lot of weapons in this match. Not too many. I wouldn't say a lot. Just more of like a TLC and pretty much in Hell in a Cell. And well, as for this match, I still don't have an ending. I feel like I would want Jeff to fly from the top of the Hell in a Cell, but when Randy moves, Shinsuke then hits his Kinshasa when Randy Orton is looking from behind on his knees and pins him.
Yeah.
Now, Super Showdown. Daniel Bryan. After Daniel Bryan is done with his feud with The Miz, that's ending in a Hell in a Cell, alright? It needs to end. That should have been Hell in a Cell. But we're going to have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Daniel Bryan. Well, it's pretty much once in a lifetime right now. And well, this is pretty much a one-off feud right now. This one's not going to happen again, which it shouldn't. Super Showdown. Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Daniel Bryan in a 30-minute and 35-second match. This is going to be a lot of technical wrestling. This is going to prove who is the better wrestler. Both of these guys, early 2000s, they were young. They were slowly building their characters. In 2010s, both of these guys just went on a rampage. Out of the blue, they both got pushes. They both just got the crowd loving them. They both have similar stories. And this match is just going to be amazing. There's no other way I can say it. It's going to be technical. Then, Crown Jewel. The World Cup. I'm not going to go in detail with the World Cup. I just want to go with the finals. Now, Shinsuke is going to enter this to represent Japan. Because I don't think there's many Japanese wrestlers in the WWE right now besides Shinsuke, who's really good. And Shinsuke, technically, this is his break. Because he's just been on a roll. Now, favorite part here. Cesaro defeats Shinsuke Nakamura in the finals in a 20-minute and 21-second match. Cesaro is pulling off a huge upset by defeating the champion clean And Cesaro also has a great performance in this tournament. Same with Shinsuke. But this is setting up for part 2 because I want Cesaro to get his push. Because this is fantasy. I don't care. Reality. I don't care. But even Shinsuke has to shake Cesaro's hand. But this match right here, this match is showing how talented Cesaro is. I mean, good damn. Why hasn't Cesaro gotten a push? I mean, okay, why am I asking that? It's pretty obvious, but it just for the sake of drama, why?
Vince.
Yeah, that pretty makes sense, but yeah, I just think this would be perfect. Because Shinsuke shouldn't be losing early on. Shinsuke should be going to the finals. Cesaro, he is the underdog. Yet again, someone is in Shinsuke's position. Then, yeah, let's get to what should have happened at last year's Survivor Series. Brock Lesnar Survivor Series. This time, Shinsuke is more prepared. They have a NJPW pass. This match, Shinsuke wins by defeating Brock Lesnar in a 20-minute match. 20-minute, 50-second match. Now, this is Brock's first 20-minute match in 3 years. Last one was Undertaker. That was interesting. But this, it's pretty much what Punk did. This is something Punk did that Shinsuke's about to do. And that is just to tire out Brock Lesnar. Though it's not as a long match. But the point being is that Shinsuke is going to pretty much let Brock Lesnar attack. He is going to let Brock Lesnar tire himself out. He's pretty much being Muhammad Ali in this case. He lets Brock hit the suplexes. But for every suplex Brock hits, Shinsuke hits a hard move right back at Brock. And this will slowly catch up to Brock as the match progresses. When Brock tries going for another suplex, Shinsuke reverses it into a triangle hold. And just like the Daniel match, Brock looks like he's about to tap out, but as soon as he does, he hits those 3 suplexes. And then Brock, because he's tired out on his knees, Shinsuke then reverses it into a crossface. But then Brock gets the ropes. And then, when Shinsuke tries going for his finisher, Brock catches him, suplex, but then Shinsuke lands on his feet and then hits his finisher right on Brock. Right in the jaw. Brock is going to sell the hell out of that. 1, 2, 3. Shinsuke defeats Brock Lesnar.
Good.
And, well, TLC 2018, Samoa Joe in a ladder match. Nothing much I can say for this feud. I don't really have much for this feud. It's just more of Samoa Joe wins the #1 contenders match and then gets himself into this place. And while Samoa Joe defeats AJ Styles in a 23-minute, 55-second match, I wanted to go TLC, but that's Asuka, Becky, and Charlotte have that. So let's give them a ladder match. And this does good because it's going to make Shinsuke still look strong because he doesn't lose in a pinfall. And also, in the ladder match-wise, dude, they already had a great NXT and a normal match. Give them a ladder match, dude. Oh my god. Just imagine the spots. Imagine this one spot of Samoa Joe hitting a muscle buster on a ladder.
That'd be a broken neck, but yeah.
I mean, hell, go for it. But, and then Shinsuke hitting his suplex with Samoa Joe through a ladder outside the ring. Just many brutal spots to be done in this match. But all for the sake of fun. How the match ends is when Shinsuke tries climbing the ladder. Joe then hits his sleeper hold. I don't know what he called it. No, the Queen of Clutch. And Shinsuke is trying to fight out of it until just after a couple of minutes passes out and Joe just drops Shinsuke to win.
Now that's impressive.
And Samoa Joe ends Shinsuke Nakamura's title reign. And like I said, I am proud of what I booked here.
Yeah, you should be.
And that was 29 minutes. Holy tits.
Mine's going to be much faster. Not because I'm not going to go into detail. Because mine's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, you said you go improv, so.
So, first off, this is going to start off pretty much where yours started off at SummerSlam. Shinsuke Nakamura facing off against WWE Champion Luke Harper.
Oh, you connected your universes. Nice.
I'm keeping continuity. So a little bit of backstory. Luke Harper, after his WrestleMania upset over Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton, goes on to have a reign of his own. One time I'm trying to find this. Here we go. So Luke Harper at Payback will face off against Bray Wyatt, and he wins that match, but then Bray Wyatt's like, no, actually that's not Payback, that's Backlash, my bad. I forgot. It's whenever they weren't connected. But then in Money in the Bank, he has a triple threat match with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, which he wins. Eventually at Battleground, he faces someone new.
Someone.
Someone new.
Just someone new.
Then, we finally get to SummerSlam. We get Luke Harper versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And I'm going to let these guys have about a 22-minute long match. It's going to be a very powerful type match, very hard-hitting. And at the very end, Nakamura finally wins the WWE Championship. There's confetti everywhere. Then, out of nowheres, Baron Corbin hits him with the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Oh, you didn't have the cash. Nice.
Yes, I did.
I was just you blow my mind already.
Yeah. Then Baron Corbin cashes in, does the end of days on Nakamura. 1, 2, kick out.
Oh.
Then he picks up Nakamura again. We see Nakamura fighting back. He's trying to fight back so hard. But eventually, after trying to connect Kintasha, Corbin gets him with another end of days. 1, 2, 3.
Oh man, that's CM. I like that CM Punk and Jeff Hardy recreation.
Yeah. Then eventually we find ourselves at. Hold on, trying to find it real quick.
Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell, it's going to be a triple threat match in a Hell in a Cell, which Baron Corbin doesn't want. He's trying to fight out of it and stuff. And at moments he let Luke and Shinsuke fight each other. But then they say, no, wait, we want to kill each other. Let's take out the champ first. And so they do. They both end up attacking Corbin and stuff and just beating him to a bloody pulp. Then they eventually turn on each other. And right whenever it looks like Shinsuke's about to win it and stuff, out of nowhere comes Baron Corbin, the sly dog, and he hits another end of days on both of them. And he still somehow retains.
Dude, no, I just thought of something. Imagine Shinsuke hitting his finisher and it's caught into an end of days.
Ooh, yeah, that could work.
Ooh, man.
That pretty much takes Shinsuke out of the series. He goes on to Survivor Series and part of the Team I think I really have something for that, but
Team Ballers.
oh yeah, you've already seen that. Essentially, throughout all of this is what Clash of Champions. AJ Styles faces Baron Corbin for the WWE title, and he will win it over Baron Corbin.
Rip Baron's reign.
Yeah, it was short, but hey. Now, during this entire time, Corbin was mocking Nakamura that, he couldn't get the job done. And so, Nakamura goes into the Rumble. I actually really liked his position. I really liked what number he got. So I'm not going to change that. But,
Yet again, it's two different circumstances.
Yeah. But
though losing to Baron twice is heartbreaking.
Yeah. But essentially it goes on, and this time I'm going to have the final to be Balor and Nakamura.
Ooh, the future.
Yep. We're going to get a little Undertaker-Shawn Michaels match out of the two.
I like it.
I mean, that's a little bit of a dream match as well.
It's been a while since that's happened.
And Nakamura will obviously win the Rumble. Then he's going to find himself at Fastlane. And just like you had John Cena in the mix, I'm going to have Baron Corbin trying to stop Nakamura.
It's more of like, you say Cena, I say Baron.
They both, ironically enough, faced each other at that SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's funny, right?
Yeah.
In a way.
But essentially, those two are going to put on about a 20-minute long match. And Nakamura is going to come out top. This is what I kind of imagine. Is essentially, Baron's going to try to hit an end of days. Nakamura reverses it into a triangle choke. And
I like that we both have that type of match, the spot on the line.
yeah, and obviously Corbin's going to tap out.
Yes! Trash Corbin!
And finally, the entire build-up to WrestleMania 34, similar to yours, is kind of teasing an AJ Styles heel turn. At the go-home show to WrestleMania, the two just like get into a heated confrontation to the point where Nakamura actually like flips the table and stuff, and they're just both like in each other's face.
Ooh, I like it. That's teasing also Shinsuke's aggressive side.
Yeah. Then we get the match, and it's going to be about 35 minutes. I think 35 minutes is very fair. It's going to be kind of a slow build, but the last 10 minutes is just going to be non-stop action. One maneuver I really want to see, and I'm not too sure if they did it, but I still want to see it. Essentially, AJ Styles goes for the phenomenal forearm. However, he gets Kinshasa midair.
I swear to God, that had to have happened. I feel like it did, but it probably didn't because WWE's lame.
Yeah, then that looks like he's won it 1, 2, no, kick out! And then it looks like that Shinsuke's going to go for the Kinshasa, but then it gets reversed into whatever AJ Styles' ankle finishes.
Calf crusher!
Yeah, calf crusher. Then, it looks like AJ's going to go for, not the phenomenal forearm, the other one that he does, the Styles clap. Styles clap.
Yeah, you're right.
But that one gets reversed by Shinsuke as he rolls out of it.
Ooh, I like this.
He ends up flipping AJ. And that leads to their Kinshasa and stuff. Then he goes all the way to the top rope, and they're like, oh no, what's Shinsuke going to do? And Shinsuke actually hits a backflip, but AJ moves out the way. Then he does another backflip and finds himself doing a Kinshasa. And this is how it's going to happen. So AJ is kind of standing up. He moves out the way. Shinsuke backflips, and then AJ moves out the way again. Backflips again, and now AJ's in front of him and gets the Kinshasa.
Ooh, that's gonna send the crowd popping. I could just imagine that.
Yeah, and that is what ends their WrestleMania match.
We both have kind of related times.
Yeah, kinda. About 8-minute difference, 7 minutes.
Yeah, but still.
Then after nothing really happens after match. Shinsuke celebrates, woohoo!
Yeah.
However, now after WrestleMania, it's a little different. So AJ, obviously congratulates him, but he says that, his reign won't last long because at the greatest Royal Rumble, he's going to take the title away from him. And so when I see that's pretty cool.
I don't know, it's just like...
Then we have the Greatest Royal Rumble match. I have it around 15 minutes long. It's not going to be as long as their WrestleMania match. It doesn't really need to be. But essentially, Shinsuke beats AJ cleanly. Then after the match, AJ, just so distraught and stuff, grabs a chair and actually hits Shinsuke over the head with it.
See, guys? No low blows. See?
And then he's just brutalizing him in front of the Saudi crowd. But water bottles are thrown, but they're not women, so they retract them. Yeah. Let's see. So essentially that leads to, because I honestly believe the best form of AJ Styles is heel AJ Styles.
Yes, especially 2016 AJ.
Oh yeah, that's top tier, douchebag AJ. He's more likable now, but that's also because it's AJ Styles. It's kind of hard to hate him.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really hate a guy that you respect.
Yeah. Okay, then we get into their feud leading up to Backlash. Shinsuke wants to, deal with AJ right now on SmackDown afterwards. But AJ's not there. He says, I'm not there right now. I'm with my family, whatever. Many different says, but he's not really with his family. He is, but they're his brothers. The good brothers.
We both had the reunition. Seriously, me and you have such a connected mind. I swear to God.
Wait. But AJ says, but I'm going to have someone represent me there tonight. In fact, he actually is right there. And he's right behind you. Out comes Finn Balor.
Ooh, he kind of puts Finn Balor into the mix.
Yeah, if the camera can hear it, it's Finn Balor.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. Yeah.
Finn Balor and stuff, and he attacks AJ with a chair. And so at Backlash, the entire club, surrounds the ring and stuff as AJ and Shinsuke are facing off in a 30-minute long match.
Holy fuck! We both have 30 minutes.
Yeah, this is I forgot yours for 30 minutes. And this is just a straight up TLC match. Shinsuke's going all out in this match. He ends up at one point putting Finn Balor through a table. Even though Finn Balor's not even in the match, he puts him through a table anyways.
That's just Shinsuke, man.
Yeah, the match essentially ends off. The match essentially ends off whenever AJ gets a little distracted by Anderson and Gallows as they're helping out Balor. Looks like Shinsuke's gonna go for low blow, but no, he rolls up AJ 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, I gotta process that. A roll up.
Oh yeah.
That means AJ's weak. Nah, it's just.
Yeah.
This thing, it's like you're teasing the other universe. It's like, no, don't do it.
No. Oh. Yeah. Then at Money in the Bank, we're gonna get, because AJ Styles feel like he was cheated. He says, you know what? I understand. What's fair is fair. I got them involved, so that's my fault. So Money in the Bank, we are going to have a last man standing match between AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Samoa Joe.
Early on with Mojo, I see.
It's going to be a triple threat last man standing match.
History? That's got to be history, right?
That is history, yes. Essentially, the reason why Samoa Joe is getting involved is because he actually won a match to determine the number one contender, but then AJ Styles decided to be a little bit of a bastard, cost him an opportunity because he couldn't take a loss.
Yeah, that's a bright.
So, yeah. And so essentially it's going to be an hour and 20 minutes. It's going to be long. It's going to be an hour and 20 minutes. This last man standing match is going to go all over the arena.
Good. It should.
It's going to start out like the first 20 minutes is going to be in the ring and stuff. Then it looks like you're all tired out. But no, the guys just all keep on going and stuff. Then eventually they get into the stands for a little while. It looks like Samoa Joe has it won whenever he suplexes AJ. But eventually Shinsuke finds his way back up, and both men have to be down. And then they eventually all find their way, up. Like where all the fans come into the stadiums.
Yeah, which also, can I ask, how is this last man working? Is it elimination style, or are both guys gonna be down?
Like, but both guys essentially have to be down.
All right, because I know I heard you say that, but I gotta make sure that's right. Because I'm thinking, how does this work?
Yes, both men have to be down in order for the count to start.
Dude, I can just imagine so many moments, especially in one moment, Joe looks like he's about to win it, but then AJ was up at kind of 9.
Oh yeah. But essentially we get like all kinds of maneuvers around the arena. Eventually they even go to the parking lot, and we have a car planted there. That's whenever Joe just throws down Shinsuke on the car hood and everything, and looks like it's over. But then out of nowhere, AJ does the kip up and stuff, and he throws Samoa Joe down onto Shinsuke. Then it looks like it's over again. But eventually Shinsuke's just able to get up at the count of 9.
Probably pissed him off too.
Eventually it ends whenever Shinsuke hits the Kinshasa on Samoa Joe and hits a punt kick on AJ.
Ooh, God.
And that is how that match ends.
Now I want to see a triple threat. Now I believe that has got to be the longest non-Iron match in WWF's history. Is it?
Yeah.
No, I think you're 1 minute off.
Really?
Bruno and some other guy had an 81-minute match.
Oh, dang.
It's like
so fun that you want there.
2 more minutes. Yeah, dude, that has got to be my favorite thing you've said so far. I've enjoyed everything else, but the fact of a triple threat, the fact that shit went on for fucking hours. Imagine by like the 30-minute mark, people are thinking it's about to end off. It's getting into the final act when it's not even close.
Yeah. Then, at Extreme Rules, we have Rusev Day versus Shinsuke Nakamura in an Extreme Rules match. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And now, during this entire reign of Shinsuke, he's kind of been the Iron Man of his reign, you know?
Pretty much for both of us.
Well, yeah, for both of us, pretty much. And so, essentially, what happens here, Rusev feels like that he deserves his opportunity, and Shinsuke is willing to give it to him. And so the guys put on about a 28-minute Extreme Rules match. This just goes all out. The match ends off whenever it looks like whenever it looks like that Rusev is going to do one of his super kicks and stuff, but Shinsuke slides through the kick and slides through the kick, slides through the kick in the ring, rolls, and does that thing where the wrestlers, I don't know how to describe it, but essentially, with his legs, flips Rusev over, then he rolls over himself and does a Kinshasa.
I believe Kofi and Cesaro did something related like that in 2013.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because I've seen it happen before. Dude. Yes.
Yeah. So essentially that's how that match ends off. Then we go to SummerSlam. SummerSlam.
Why do I feel like this is where your reign's gonna end?
Well, I don't know why. But we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus... Drum roll me, Nelson. Finn Balor!
Yeah! Dude. The final two of the Rumble going at it.
These guys will put on a 50-minute long match.
Cool.
And this is going to be like one of those kind of slow starting matches. The first 20 minutes is very slow and stuff, then it starts picking up in the middle, then we have a little bit more of a cool off, then the final 5 minutes is just going to be all out action. We're going to get Kinshasa being kicked out of, Coup de Grace getting kicked out of in reverse. At one point, Finn's going to try to hit the coup de grace, but then Shinsuke rolls out of it. Finn lands on his feet, rolls, Kinshasa out of nowheres. 1, 2, kick out.
That's the pop. That's the popping point right there.
Oh, yeah. Then essentially, whenever it looks like both men are out of it, they get into that punching fest. That's whenever Finn takes the advantage, and he does a coup de grace from outside of the ring, drags Shinsuke back into the ring, hits a Kinshasa of his own, and finally goes up for the last coup de grace. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, Finn Balor.
That's why I end off Nakamura's reign. Then he's going to have one more rematch, which will be at Hell in a Cell, where Demon Balor will come out, and that's no more reign for Nakamura.
No more reign.
How long was mine?
Yours went from WrestleMania to SummerSlam, I believe. Mine.
No, I mean time limit, because yours was 29 minutes.
I think yours was under 20.
Well, yeah, I kind of guessed.
But yet again, mine went from WrestleMania all the way to TLC.
I'm gonna guess, yeah, I'm gonna guess mine was about 16 minutes. That's my projection.
Yeah, but it was under 20. 49 minutes. Wow. Here's the thing. I already took notice. Both me and you, like, I know we like, they say great minds think alike. And even with, alright, I can mention this one here. Me and Crimson had that, alright? So it's good that me and you have that too.
Yeah.
But, you know, someone I'm still friends with, so yay. But, yeah, we both had the great style of having I was thinking I was going overboard with 30-minute matches, but thank God I'm not, because I feel like he's the kind of guy that needs 30-minute matches.
Yeah.
Also, forgot to mention, the Hell in a Cell match was 30 minutes and 10 seconds from my end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like, we didn't know. I enjoyed both of ours. I think they both present different stories. And I absolutely... Here's the thing, I don't for any. I think they both are absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
That's why it comes to the viewer to decide. The viewer that will not answer the question.
Yours was longer, but mine had continuity in the universe.
Yeah, for me, as much as I like continuity, not my thing. Maybe not yet, but not now.
Okay.
But hey, wait, think about it this way. Mine's is... Imagine this. Mine would be the non-continuity, while yours is the continuity.
Oh, boy.
It brings two different concepts, pretty much.
I like that.
Two different universes. But yes, guys, that is it. Tell me down below. You may not tell me down below, but you should, even if you hear this point on. Tell me what you think about the picture on the screen. Because I think it's the best choice, because, honest to God, I was tired of my face being seen. So yeah, that's really all. Peace out.